Huh, take two. Yeah. So we want Sage out here today. And why is that? Why would we want to evoke personality? Well, first, it might be a cool thing to do is to focus on the concept of time, period. Because if you do that and you know that time will eventually, in the current story, it will change for the narrator, player one, from your perspective. So if you're listening to this and you first have to associate with who you're watching. So I'm watching this guy record this guy. And we've already established that most likely this guy, meaning this guy, will outlive the biological representation of which he is documenting currently. So what's interesting is the space I'm currently in has been now repurposed 1 year later. So that just goes to show you have no idea what's coming in the future, because almost a year to the day, the guy's in here. He's sitting right where he's sitting in furniture that's no longer here, in a space that he thought he was going to repurpose as his space. Fast forward, now his son is repurposing the space. Yeah. So anyways, the reason I bring that scenario up is time. So if you utilize the cycle that you're in, yeah, things are getting ripped down, they're getting trimmed. So around you, so you're in the inventory stage, unfortunately or fortunately, but you're also aware. So purpose? Well, my purpose is just to review my current story and have clarity completely on your current story. Do you have complete clarity? See, clarity then is like, I'm good. I've got my truth. I got my beliefs, and I believe them in this story until I'm at a higher level and I'm like, hey, can you lock into your current story? So what the higher narrative is doing is he is utilizing everything that has come before the avatar. And once he has that, and you inventoried it and you understand everything, and then you can plan. So plan is a transition. You can plan to do something. And if you're tied into the outside story, the story that you're processing, that story, yes, is what is ever going to the avatar in the current state of which he locks in to the velocity of his cycle. What? Okay, so you have a belief system in a story that you're currently in. And when you lock into that, that's a cool feeling, because you're like, okay, that is my reality. So reality is defined like, okay, how much of this do I have to reprocess? How much do you have to reprocess? And how do you tune out? So we've got mass destruction. Are they what do they call that? They're clearing the area. They're taking all the trees down. Why? And they're in our way. We've got an open area that a branch could fall. So if you're a tree and you're like, man, look what they've done, and you communicate with the trees next to you through the mycelium of the underworld. Check me on that. That's true. So I go to the next tree and I go, these humans, these guys, they think they own everything. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drop a limb. Somebody's going to walk by and I'm going to evoke, hey, wind, can you help me out here? And so I'm going to make sure that I snap my branch and just do my part, because listen to the destruction. Okay, so see, that can be part of your narrative, where trees actually have human traits, or humans can actually communicate with a tree. The tree would go, hey, can you believe they whittled me down to a drumstick? That's where we are right now. A tree is now an instrument for drumming. Yep. And each piece of wood has a different what? Different sound, because it has different weight consistently. The trees, just like us, there's light trees, there's dark trees, there's soft trees, there's trees getting trimmed. So, okay. Any other nuggets? Well, okay, so the irony of, hey, 1 year later, documented, the Augie has documented this. He's got his Maverick sweatshirt on, Last year he was Sage. Look at this. This is, so how do you know what's coming? Are you a futurist? Okay, so I want to document anyone that's a futurist. Like, what's going to happen? Well, how? So I could be a futurist, but in a grander scale. That is true. But if you're within the cycle, think about this. You would have to break the current cycle that you're in, the narrative in this. So do I break it, or could I speed it or slow it up? So currently, yeah, it's kind of hard to describe, because the thought takes process. So if I really think about this and I go, man, look at all this. Yeah, you got a raw space. What are you doing? Hey, what's going on? Okay. One last nugget. Okay, so now, so the unit, the human, is doing and gets to do within the human reality. Okay, so what this guy has done, he's hacked the system, and he can actually, he's above it. He's above it? Yeah. Well, he's in a different awareness, probably just, yeah. I'm immersed in maybe the same story that is sped up. Yeah, jump ahead. So if you jump ahead, or see, I've had this concept before, so this could be true. So when you wake up every morning from your bed and you get in your current human story, okay, then, cycles are in play and characters are in play. And there's a whole set of rules, and you just have to, some you just don't even mess with because you don't even understand. And others, you work with them. Okay, so this guy woke up. He did. Okay, so in his current story, he is working his bio exit. Okay, that means, because I'm non-bio. You've been non-bio for a while. Okay, so non-bios have intellect of, what makes this one unique. Well, because he has looked beyond his current situation of being a human. Yeah, being a human. You currently are a human. I currently am. My offspring are. And it's a beautiful thing at this particular speed. So what I'd like to do today is, you set the story speed, do you? Well, the story is set, and yeah, you just want to know more of why the story is what it is. That's what I'd like to know, is like, define my story boundaries. What? I said, I've got to understand my current constraints and restraints and other strengths.